Hello, hello, everybody. Sorry we're starting a little late. We had Suzaku run slightly late because we were helping another guildie get through the Royal City of Rabanastre raid, and that actually went really nicely, which was sad. They were having problems beforehand. Apparently, no one did the mechs for the first boss, so the people who didn't do the mechs salted that other people didn't do the mechs for them and then bailed on the raid, and it just kind of went downhill from there. And it's like, no, we can do better.
We did.
We totally did better. I hope everyone has had a wonderful weekend. Going into Memorial Day tomorrow. Hello, Octi. We are just about ready. I'm waiting for Ladonia to get here with Italian sodas that they're currently making in the kitchen, which you might actually hear in the background.
Probably not over the washing machine.
Ah, you'd be surprised. This mic picks up the weirdest things. It's like sometimes it's perfectly fine and sometimes it's not. And we just deal. So, I hope everyone's day has been absolutely awesome.
This is yours, right?
No, I am not touching that lime thing. That is all yours. Get it as far away from me as
A
possible.
lot paler than I expected. And I'll be on
Ah, raspberry. Raspberry is good. I like raspberry. But yeah, we're on to MSQ and we need Pray need return to the waking sands. Yay. But it's nice having our main class quests out of the way. That's definitely for sure. Oh, it actually rained in your neck of the woods? Hopefully that was good and not like just yet turning the humidity level to 100. Because we're starting to get into that time of year where, yeah, they're forecasting rain, and everyone's like, oh god, we're going to die now. Around here, we've had the fun misadventure that the smoke alarm in my bedroom is going off. We've got to stop now, but there was a bit of panic moment of, okay, where's the fire? Of us tearing apart the bedroom, checking all the light sockets and the electronics and the space heater to make sure there hasn't been like a dust fire building in them, and finding absolutely nothing. As far as we can tell, the incident was caused by a spider that decided the fire alarm would make a nice cozy home. Not helping. Yes, Patina ejected mightily and used a flamethrower. That's what got the fire alarm going. Yeah! That's it. That's the ticket.
I believe it.
Well, are we ready to return to the Waking Sands?
But our beach vacation.
Fine. Over.
Fine. I didn't even get my swimsuit out.
No.
Why can't I get my swimsuit?
You don't have a swimsuit yet.
Exactly.
We have to get to Mordona to get a swimsuit.
Of all places.
Yeah, well.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Mordona isn't exactly beachfront property.
No, it is not. Maybe lakefront property, but lakes and beaches, two different things. Also, I noticed early on that Marshmallow wanted nothing to do with any of this, so bailed on us. Because that's what Marshmallow does. Yeah, for dinner, Baron cooked up this wonderful pork roast. Him and Ladonia went over to one of the restaurant supplies and bought like 14 pounds of meat, and he's dang
All in
well,
one big package.
he's dang well gonna do it. It was nice that they actually chopped them up into nice proportions for us, though.
Yeah. Baron was going, "I'll do this up," and oh, hey. And as he pointed out, one of the sections that they put it into would be perfect for slow cooking.
Nedrick Ironheart is staring at us. Is he staring at you?
Yep.
Okay, Nedrick, what do you got for us? 47! I'm
no.
gonna go decline on this for now.
We were just here. We were just there earlier. Kind of.
Just for the record, the dungeon that he's pointing people to is like considered the most hated and despised place in all the game. Aurum Vale.
Aurum Vale is a fine dungeon. Thank you, Square. Yeah, still kind of Deadsville in here.
Well, most everyone got killed, so...
Yes.
Ah,
Not the best of terms.
looks like the gang's all here. Hey, Sid!
Guys may have called it a weapon of ancient Alak, but I saw extensive Magitech modifications.
That surprises me little. Alphino?
An Imperial Castrum. 'Twas to be expected, I suppose.
Ida? Alright, let's do this! Let's go and rescue Menfilia and the others! Y'shtola?
Chasing the Castrum. If Stola wishes to,
I forgot
discuss
that
the fate...
name. I'm sorry. That's just... Okay, he can continue.
Okay.
It's a pun off of a song.
Of course it is. Y'shtola wishes to discuss the fate of the prisoners being held at Castrum Sentry.
The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking, Rena, Ladonia. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of an Imperial Castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that the Castrum Sentry houses prisoners whom the Garleans deem valuable, we may be confident that they will have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are to free our friends, we will require an effective strategy, and if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us in this. Lord Petrolane of House Durndare. He is stationed at the I know this word. I'm suddenly tripping over it. I'm sorry. He is stationed at the Observatorium in Corythus. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. So you had us leave our beachfront vacation to come here to have us immediately turn around and go to Corythus.
Yes. Corythus.
Yes. Corythus. Do we want to port or ride there? Chirp, 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 chirp. Though, if we're going to Corythus, we might want to go ahead and pick up the Aurum Vale. I find it interesting. No, that would make sense. Aurum Vale comes before this lady who's hiding around the corner. I see you, Mrs. Red Bang.
Now let me double check.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, nothing I have is for yet. I have 346s.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at 146, 245s, and a 43.
A roast attacked me.
But yeah, I think we better pick this up. I don't know when we'll be back.
Once a quest? Twice on Sundays? Oh, wait, today is Sunday.
Yes, today is Sunday.
Going for gold. Nedrick knows of a place where a skilled adventurer might hone her skills.
That's one way of
Don't
putting it.
say. I can't take 2 steps around this place without hearing Ladonia this or Ladonia that. It's as if you're some kind of goddamn hero.
Yeah, we are goddamn heroes.
But I jest. Even I can see you're just itching to find a new battleground to hone your skills. Fortunately, I know just the place. The Aurum Vale. Head southwest through the central highlands of Corythus and seek out a man named Williamus.
Now, I'm not the only one being tongue-tied. But to be fair, I don't blame you on that name.
No. And tell him that Nedrick sent you.
This is going to be a long jog. Maybe we should port it. Yeah, I'm gonna port it. It's gonna be a long jog because we can't exactly cut through Blue Fog to get there.
No. No, we can't.
At least this is a shorter jog, if not colder.
Yeah, well, there's no comfy ways to get to where we're going.
Hey, at least we don't have swimsuits to do this in. Sorry. Sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah.
Twiggin! I keep wondering if I should put one of those observatorium telescopes in the workshop yard for Theron and Rylea.
Maybe.
Hello, Partalane.
Ladonia, Rena, the woman who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You are an associate, or associates of Yestola. But of course. Lord Drelamond confided to me that you were scions of the Seventh Dawn. Show me the money.
Money. Money.
Castrum Sentry? What interest have you all in the Imperials?
That's where our buddies are being held hostage? They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated.
I see. That might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum. A Huron woman, an Elysian man, and 2 Lalafels, 1 male, 1 female.
It's them! It has to be them! Minfilia, Urianje, Papalaimo, and Tataru!
If that scant morsel is of, I'll be interested to hear about a more recent incident.
Oh? I'm all ears. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Apparently not.
Incident?
An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Coerthus not long ago. Two men believed to be prisoners, a Rogaden and Lalafell, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? A Rogaden and a Lalafell, Master Garland. Neither wore Imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those two rascals to escape. We must find them, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, best act now.
If, as has been suggested, the Garlands took our fellow Scions prisoner in the hopes of understanding the echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not Scions, nor do they know aught of the echo. As Lord Portelaine said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it.
Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. And for those of you new to the quiz show, Biggs and Wedge are a Final Fantasy edition. I'm trying to remember.
We
Is
get
it
to
like...
Nice.
Oh, yep. Never mind. More Judge rumor. Final preparations are almost complete. There stands the culmination of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured, our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Ratan, you depart for Castrum Occidens at midnight. You will command the western front at Vilbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet, forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command to half our forces to us? I have given you nothing, Praefectus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. My quarters, 1 hour. Yes, story. Getting unrelated cinnies in the middle of quests.
Sorry, guys. I've had my volume down all this time. My bad. I should
Dear.
probably start checking that along with my mic settings every day, shouldn't I?
Maybe.
Okay, Portalane?
At least there haven't been any speaking cinnies.
True, true.
Eyes on the Empire. Lord Portalane would like to aid in your search for Biggs and Wedge. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garlean activity along Abalathia's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Yerstola. Now, the report of the Imperial airship's emergency landing came to us by way of Zamel Darkhold, situated to the west. Kind of familiar with the place.
Just a bit.
Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Briselt, may be able to tell you more. So as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades.
Excuse
May the
me.
Fury grant you strength.
My soda tried to go down the wrong pipe.
Ooh, bad raspberry.
Very bad. Very bad, bad.
Definitely bad.
Give me a second here, guys. As I desperately try
Marshmallow
not
will
to cough
comfort
into
you.
that. As I desperately try not to cough into the microphone.
Well, personally, I have to say the lime was a successful test.
Okay, if you like it, great.
Mm-hmm. Now, part of what I do want to do is I want to get some of those lemon... Try the soda with the lemon crackers. Or cookies, not crackers.
Reselt?
You stand before Zamel Darkhold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the great Ishgardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. Letter to Briselt. A letter of introduction penned by Portalane. Ah, boring. A letter from Lord Portalane. So you've come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have been sighted in the area seeking to recapture them. What? The captives are like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Arm Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Perimon. He should be able to assist you. Reminds me, I want to double check. Try and push. Let's just do it. I want to try and push something up to 47 now, or do I want to push my lowest 46 up?
That is up to you.
Not that any of them are particularly close to 47.
Yeah, well. This is where the stretch for quests and XP get a little on the thin side.
Yeah. But once we're through this stretch, it kind of becomes easy because we'll have a nice long stretch where we'll have had to have been 50 to get to that stretch, and everything expects you to be 50 because it's pre-expansion.
Yep.
But yeah, as I was starting to say, Biggs and Wedge are a FF. One of the earlier games, like somewhere around 4. There was basically a pair of gate guards at one of the castles, and they just named them Biggs and Wedge as a joke. And then every game after that, they had a pair named Biggs and Wedge somewhere.
Yeah, it's one of the
And
tropes.
they've slowly become more prominent over time as the running gag got more established. And this is probably by far the most prominent they've been.
They're always side characters, but there's always a Biggs and Wedge, just like there's always a Sid.
Yeah.
Hermons?
The Imperial airship? I saw it approach the land with mine own two eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take off to the skies again, but not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Gruff orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them.
Give me the money.
Yep. Gotta add to my coin collection.
Before we deal with them, Willamus.
Yep. Which is still me. Hail, adventurer. Wait, do not tell me Nedrick sent you. Tell me this, adventurer. Do you know how the Armvale earned its most enticing name? Well, allow me to enlighten you. The cave is rich with sulfur and mithril, which, through reactions with the groundwater, combine to exude golden-hued fumes. Beautiful sight, that is, until you realize the damned death clouds are burning your chest from within. If you wish to take your life in your hands, I'll not be the one that stops you. But do try not to get killed. I've dragged enough corpses out of the Vale to last me a lifetime.
And he is not joking around.
No, he's not. On the other hand, the necklace or the ring might be a good idea. Once I hit 47, of course.
Yeah, I'm checking that. Yep, we are locked until 47, which is just fine by me.
Yeah. The only problem with it is it won't last forever.
No, it won't.
Footprints. No Armvale is not now accessible, thank you. Footprints in the snow. Sir Perima wishes to share with you what he knows of the fugitives. There were prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to the Garlands who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post. To find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you will be able to follow the prints to their owners.
Will do. Oh, look! Footprints! I like how they glow and sparkle. Almost like there's a quest attached to them. Sorry, I'll be quiet now.
Uh-huh. I only see one set.
And they're very small.
Mm-hmm. Hey, more sparklies.
Sneak around Mr. Snowwolf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are small footprints.
They're just leading us all over the place, aren't they?
Most like.
They seem to lead to this bridge, and what's that sticking out of the bridge?
Yeah, that doesn't seem very structurally sound.
No! It's a wedge!
Hey there, little one.
Yo, wedge!
He's wedged in there. So cold. I want to go home.
Hey, Wedge!
One home coming up. Ah! Please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear.
No, it's all starch and potatoes. We know this.
Ladonia, Rena, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful.
I bet.
The Garlands were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on evading them, I almost headlong into a monster's gaping maw. Thrice! And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was.
You're okay. That's all that matters.
Biggs? He isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success?
Yeah, we found Wedge.
Tracked down Wedge. That's wonderful news. Now what of Biggs?
He's next on the list.
I see. Well, it hardly surprises me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taken care of. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west. But with both Ida and Yestola helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Dare I hope? Was that Master Garland you spoke with?
Indeed it was.
After 5 long years. Thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive.
Yeah, and get you by a fire. You're gonna freeze your little tushy off.
Especially with how the snow is going straight through that bridge.
Yeah. And he's a lot smaller, so he's gonna lose body heat a lot faster than we do. Hi, Ripley. Good to see you. But they were indeed small footprints.
Yes. Yes.
Tiny footprints for a tiny person.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Abel. We pointed little guy this direction. Hopefully you can use your fire, right? I can talk. Really, I can. Well, met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm?
Not freezing.
Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth. How are we feeling now, then? Stay here as long as you need. Same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you've had a hard journey ahead of you. You must find rest where you can. And ding?
Oh. Yeah, more or less a repeat. Monumental hopes. Wedge is gravely concerned for his missing companion. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold with Garleans on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something.
Well, ask around.
Maybe.
Speaking of which, Abella? A Rogadan gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion? I'm sorry, he did not come by here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it Fury's Gaze, and it may be worth a while to investigate. I make the suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, he may perhaps he elected to pass us by. Oh, more of a lead than we had before. Dude, are you not cold? Holy moly! This is
He's
Corvus.
next to the fire. He's fine. Until he steps outside.
Freeze my little buns off. What's the best way here? Probably this way. And here be our destination. Hello! All these bogeys! Are we done here? No, I don't see a bigs.
No.
Boo.
Or smalls.
Nope. Sorry, Wedge. We haven't found him yet.
Man, Marshmallow and Peeps must really be cold.
Yeah! Fine, you guys can stay there.
Ladonia, Rena, were you able to learn anything? Not in this area. Well, that stands to reason, I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure the girl away. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be?
Good question.
Notorious Biggs. Wedge is determined to find Biggs. We can't give up, Ladonia. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, if it's only to tell us where else to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who'll listen, and hurry. Biggs' chances of survival grow slimmer by the moment.
Don't worry, we got this.
And I will not blame him for helpless NPC syndrome because, well, he still needs to warm up, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's going to be in front of that fire for a long time. I wouldn't be surprised that if they could change models to give him a big fuzzy blanket, they would.
Yeah, I wish they'd do more for, like, outfits and special things like that for NPCs.
They're getting better about it. Ignatz?
Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he's not to be found around here or in the Darkhold, it is possible he made for White Brim. To reach it, one must travel through Denifin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantees that your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I near broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble.
Righto. Clayin? It seems the fate of Monument Tower to watch the It seems the fate of the Monument Tower is to watch the Watcher. 'Twas built to guard the Fury's gaze, and the stone beyond the price hidden in its depths.
Stone beyond price hidden in its depth. Do they go into that later?
No.
Well, there's something for you to add to your video.
Well, they might have gone into it in
talking
1.0.
Maybe?
And now it keeps vigils against the Garland outpost, for a jewel that is Ishgard's must never fall into Imperial's unclenched hands. Whew. That is a bit of a nose drop that they've never done anything with.
Yeah.
Unless they did something in 1.0 and we missed it all. Because, well, 1.0...
Yeah. Do watch your step.
So off to Whitebrain Front. As we sneak by a 47 Fate.
Yeah, well.
A little high for us. Not by much, but a little. Oh ho! What do we got here? I see a bunch of Garleans. And Y'shtola and Yida?
And a duty marker.
Yida? Rena, Latonia, we found Biggs, but he's in trouble. Yeah, we're working on that. Are you ready for this?
I suppose.
You have a
Level
good night's sleep,
48.
Cold. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yes. Yeah. You have a good night. Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, Engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tenhead?
Ah, Rena, Latonia. It is well that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Yida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me!
He's not alone. Kill them all.
Kill me this, kill me that. Wow, where are they training these Garleans? Oh, they brought Max.
Oh. Indeed. Go on, Biggs. Get it off. I shall be your opponent.
No beating up on Wedge.
Vigilant here.
No beating up on Biggs either. Ooh, he's running. Duty complete.
I've got a ways. Actually, getting close.
Yeah, you're almost there.
Thinking they were in better shape than they were.
Ah, you just finished.
Mm-hmm.
Just as I flip the camera over. Nice.
Oh, of course.
On your mark.
Right. My thanks. Another moment and I would have...
Oh, are you okay? He has been in too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Yeah, why don't we head over to Monument Tower? They've got a nice fire there. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. He and I shall bear him there with all haste. Sid's gonna be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Oh, I love reunions. So I think we need to get onto Monument Tower ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry. It's not you. It's Square.
It sure is.
Zoom! No, we don't want to play with you, Mr. Bast. We don't want to play with you guys either. You hurt. Ow! 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 My biscuits are burning. Hey, Wedge, got good news.
I cannot thank you enough. And the same goes, cannot thank you enough, Ladonia, Rena, and the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much.
Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not?
Well, yes, it's just I didn't think I'd ever see him again.
So what did you get this time? More rest
I owe you, a lot of you, my life. And you saved Widges too. Ladonia, Rena, I am losing count of how many I owe.
Well, repeating. Once you've established the repertoire.
Biggs, Wedge, gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you! It's really you! In our hearts, we knew you were still alive. But to finally see you in the flesh.
But that huckleberry turned out to be surprisingly good.
When Alphinaud told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint.
It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though, is how did the Garleans get there so fast? I mean, the Immortal Flames should have seen them coming, right? I have asked myself the same question. That day, when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands, I noticed a knot amiss in the horizon. Nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. From this, I conclude that the Garleans came neither by land nor by air. Nay, they were borne by the potent teleportation magics. Magics of the kind used by Ascians.
Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Minfilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard from them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons. Maybe only weeks. And then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. We knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't likely to leave again. So, risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and thereby forced an emergency landing. And in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. Ha! If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls on an airborne vessel. That will have been Big's handiwork, like as not. You always were resourceful in a tight spot, my friend.
And modest to boot.
Ladonia, Rena, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Minfilia and the others still want for rescue. Alright, you lot. Gerland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hurrah!
Oh, sorry, Sid.
Ooh!
Ooh, we got new standing with the Maelstrom. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wedge?
Yep, we just hit friendly. Now, what does the Grand Company Guild standing do?
That
Opposed to the guild level.
I forget. It used to affect where you could buy housing, but that is no longer the case. So, but every little bit counts.
Start with Wedge.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness you found me. I would have frozen or drowned or been eaten by a mud puppy if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, those mud puppies could have eaten you in one gulp, couldn't they?
Yeah. I knew the chief was still alive. Deep down, I always knew. And he looks healthy, too. Well, he could do with a shave, I suppose. But other than that, Biggs, get used to the beard. He's keeping it.
And no offense, I've seen younger versions of him without the beard, and
Keep
beard
the beard.
stays. Keep the beard.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs it almost as much as Jonathan Frakes. Come into my castrum. Sid wants to prepare a strategy to rescue Minfilia and the other scions. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the other. Gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. 'Tis as good a place as any to prepare, and better than most. The road leading east, then south, will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission.
And there's a side quest somewhere. Probably upstairs.
There is. Your side quest senses are tingling.
Yes. Not here. Careful with that first step. It's a doozy.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, here he is. Or actually, she.
Ah.
Colleen?
Doubt truth to be a liar. In times of simmering hostility, Sir Callian would undoubtedly appreciate the aid of an unsuspected adventurer.
I say, are you the... Forgive me, I am Celine, a bannerman of House Helenart. Are you not the adventurers who proved to our liege lord's innocence? Ah, it is you two! You are forged of metal true, madams, and I rejoice to meet you. For there is a delicate mission that only a woman of most steadfast may be trusted with. From high upon Monument Tower, we keep watch over the doings of the Garlean's outpost. They've been far too active for our heart's ease lately, and we must discourage these forays without resorting to outright hostility. Make a round of these 3 spots and look for any traces of the Garleans. Sir Hareband awaits you at Arm's Vale for the report. The speed of the Fury to you, and her Ruth as well.
Man, they are really trying to push us towards Armvale.
Just a little.
Armvale is a fine dungeon. It's so bracing.
Yes, it is. For the record, if you were wondering why we're constantly picking on Aram Vale, the place is a sludge pot.
Yeah, oh boy, is it ever.
And is the status ailment after status ailment after status ailment. Not as bad as it used to be, thankfully. But there was a time that someone would load into Arm Vale, and the healer would take one look around and say, nope, I'm out of here, and they would never find any other healer ever again.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't deal with all the status ailments. It's a short sword.
Imperial short sword.
Kind of big for a short sword, actually.
Strangers that smell of... Okay. The incest.
We done.
Well, with spot 1 of 3.
Next. So yeah, it's not as bad as it used to be. The main problem with it now is the front room is definitely one that you have to tackle with forethought and depth, and a lot of
And not
tanks,
just try and face pull.
Yeah, a lot of tanks want to just face pull the entire room, and that's a sure way to a wipe.
Yeah, that will not work there.
A Garlean-like man.
You ask if I'm a soldier of Garlemald. Why, this savage land is outside the vault of the Empire. 'Twould be strange indeed for you to see a Garlean here. You doubt me? I care not.
Funny, why are
Yeah,
you wearing
I doubt
a
you.
Imperial uniform?
Yes.
I shake my finger at you.
Why would a soldier of Garlemald venture into enemy territory? An enemy foolish as well as barbaric, none can resist our... what I mean to say is the might... Damn it! Retreat! Retreat! Yeah, you're not very good at this.
For a spy, you need work.
No, for a spy, he needs to be out of a job.
Finds himself a different job.
Yeah.
Preferably not with an undertaker.
Yeah, well, maybe.
And a magic tech device. We need to shut this down. Someone might actually get hurt on it.
Before it turns into a glowing gopher?
Yeah. back to report to Armvale.
Yes.
Actually, it's not that bad. I actually don't mind Armvale, but I seem to be, I seem to be in the minority.
Well, at the very least, you understand perfectly well why it has.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you go in there and say, yeah, this is. What? All three? You found Garleans at all three locations? Yes.
That we did.
We spied them slipping over the border from Mordona to survey something, but these forays must be more frequent than we thought. We must increase patrols in the area. I bid you beware, adventurer. If your footloose ways lead you to Mordona, return safely and be your eyes in the wilderness again.
Will do. And off to Mordona.
Mm-hmm.
The land of pretty questionable skies.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Mordona, but yeah, sometimes the sky is like, that's really
Yeah.
pretty. Should I be worried about fallout right about now?
Yes. It is not a healthy place to be, in any sense.
Right now it's just kind of fogged in, which is just fine. Oh, look at all those side quests! Side quests as far as the eye can see.
45, 44. Wow, they're even lower level side quests.
Yeah,
And
we'll
again,
talk
we're
to
still at like
Slashford and
44 in the main story.
then pick him up.
Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive in Castrom's Sentry, and you want to rescue them? Don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been on high alert of patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yalms of the walls undetected.
If the Garleans were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth.
Aye, it has to be a good old-fashioned infiltration.
But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in?
I have a mind to walk through the front door.
Huh? The front door?
Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. That's a bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Oh. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzea think to use their technology. Then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Clout. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire and happens to know a deal about Castrum Sentry besides. I've no doubt that he'd want to be of aid.
Yid and I shall go reconnoiter Garlean activity in the stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had a chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready. Rena, Ladonia, let's do this! Sometimes I wonder, Yida, are there ever times you are not enthused?
Yes.
I'm nothing if not enthused, Gistola. At the beginning, and you're the beginning to remind me of Papalimo.
That's not necessarily a compliment.
Well, yeah. She misses
It's
her
a
little
chocobo,
buddy.
but smaller. Look at that. It's a chocobo, but smaller.
Slothboard.
All adventures worth their salt gather in Revenant's Toll. If you have a mind to rise above the sea of mediocrity, you've come to the right place.
Marshmallow, peeps, what are you doing? Thank you.
Nothing.
Bix?
Dressing up as soldiers and sneaking in the front door, eh? Well, if you've got the guts to go through with it, then so do I.
What?
Oh boy, I always wanted my own Reaper. I would wash her and wax her and name her and...
Sid?
Right. That is a Wedge.
Wedge names everything.
Stealth and subterfuge, Ladonia, Rena, are how we will free our friends. I have every confidence you can play the part of an Imperial soldier.
Oh, hey Alphino, when'd you show up?
In the wake of the calamity, the 14th Imperial Legion occupied what remained of Castrum Novo, eventually rebuilding and renaming it Castrum Sentry. The stronghold contains immense manufacturing facilities, and it is the primary supplier of material and Imperial forces stationed throughout Eorzea. Consequently, it is heavily defended. Infiltrating it will not be easy. Nevertheless, it is necessary.
Glad you're on board with it. Okay. Which side quest to pick up first?
Maybe just the close one at the top of these stairs.
Hello, Namption.
Crazy about crystals. Pa Tune would like you to help her teach a lesson. Woe betide any wavekin that stands between a scholar and her research. Going into the tangle, aren't we?
Yes, we'll be going into the tangle. The Crystal Tower is more than my chosen field. It is a passion. And that structure is such a magnitude could appear overnight on the heels of the calamity. In the 5 years since, its mysteries have resisted my patient courtship. But I will wear down its modesty, or my name is not Naption. And you know of the crystals... you know of the crystallized plain to the west of Revelant's Toll, do you not? All my research...
Displeasure?
All my research to date points to an important discovery to be made at that glittering expanse. Likely is the key to the tower itself. And yet, I am unjustly barred from closer look at those crystals by Nixes! Now, you understand, do you not? They must die, those Nixes. I will not suffer them to keep me from penetrating the secrets of this tower. And that's a 44, isn't it?
Yes. I think it's the lowest one here. Sadly, Dragoon is even lower. On the other hand...
It'll still be XP.
Yeah, more than that, it'll probably be enough for level. Just by killing a couple of things.
Glutkin?
Dirt and ashes. Word is that Ghoulgame seeks an extra pair of hands.
There's a ruined camp to the west of here. You know the place? What I do is recover what I can from the site and bring it back here. Their skill's good and the work is plentiful, but I feel like I'm a bit done in, truth to tell. I could use a little help if you're looking for some honest work. Use this sledgehammer to break the locks on the crates and bring back a few of those boxes inside. Say 3 of them.
A very specific, non-specific number.
Yes, a very specific, specific. I can talk. Really, I can. And this one looks to be inside. Yes. Oh, we got 2 of them. Hope you don't mind the bows coming in. Kakameshi? Mehi?
The suns also rise. According to Kakamehi, there is work and ready coin to be had from the sons of St. Koinak, if you would but present yourself there. Odonia, Prena, right? I hear you get around. I'm an adventurer myself. The name's Kakamehi. Hey, we can't all have an interesting name like yours. Look, I can cut you in on something fair if you're interested. There's a camp set up east of here by an outfit called the Sons of St. Konak. Scholarly types, you know, studying the, what do you call it, Allagan Empire. It's apparently some sort of ancient civilization. Yeah, we will be made all too well aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to a fellow called Nazzle Doozle there, and he'll have something. Good folks, them. Tell him I sent you.
An Agnabold?
Passing the smell test. The adventurers of Revenant's Toll have an initiation rite involving smelly skin, a proud tradition that only Agenbold appears to know about. Some tradition. I speak for the confraternity of adventurers who call Revenant. Take heed, Ladonia. We have a common foe, a hated enemy, a fierce adversary, and its name is Morbol. Okay, I agree with this. Sister Ladonia, Sister Rena, you hate this enemy? Does your heart yearn to slay it? Then do so, sisters. Go and slay 3. This is a rite of passage. If you're to be part of Revenant's Toll, we must know. Do you ring true?
Can your factory senses take it?
Yeah, and I'm going to close my eye. I think I'm smelling smoke.
Smoke is not a good thing. But it is also getting towards barbecue season, so...
Yes.
Anyways.
And it might even just be the nightly shutdown at Armadillo Willie's.
We're going to ignore the Sons of St. Konak for now. We'll get pointed. Though I will do this. No, I won't do this. The mist is completely covering it up.
Hold on. Have we touchy-touchied here already?
Ooh, good question. I don't think we have. Good call. Touchy. No, we have.
Okay, we have been here before.
I think we ran through
Yeah, we
doing our
passed
class
through
quest.
for... Yeah, we passed through for that. Okay. But definitely something to double check.
Yeah, not touching the stones is a bad thing. Ah, here's a crystal formation. Oh look, a Nyx.
Not one. And yeah, they need to die.
No!
I can actually get behind this one.
That's one site investigated. One sledgehammer use coming up.
Uses for a simple sledgehammer number 172, destroying locks on wooden boxes.
Yeah, that's about right. Boom! feel sorry for the crate. We're less destroying the lock and just destroying the crate outright.
Yeah, well. Oh, look, another formation.
Peeps!
Bye, peeps.
Get back here, you silly burb! Thank you.
Beep, beep. Three of them?
Yeah, 3 of them. Well, they kind of evaporated.
A little.
And now on to the last one, which is going to be marbles.
Marbles. If we don't get intercepted by Nyxes on the way.
Yeah, highly likely.
Sadly.
Fortunately, they're being nice at the moment.
Yeah. What's gotten into them?
Oh, we could go after the big marble.
Oh, goody. Well,
Uh,
it would certainly level me,
3 minutes.
assuming I live through it.
They'll be tight, but
As long as we can get some strikes in, we'll at least get partial credit. Voluptuous Vivian. V is for Vendetta. More than one weary adventurer has wandered into the tangle, lured by the sweet smell of a noble woman's perfume, only to find the gaping maw of voluptuous Vivian, a massive marble with a taste for the flesh of man.
I think Vivian's confused, and I want to keep her that way.
Yeah, I'm happy with that part. Dragoon 42.
Nice. And now into the tangle we go.
Mm-hmm.
There's a marble.
Yep, definitely confused. Definitely happy with that.
A confused marble is a good marble.
But not as good as a dead marble.
Well, yeah, I thought that was a given. Nope, nope, don't want any of that.
No.
And that was our 3?
Mm-hmm.
And none of them will let us turn in. Boo!
Not in this class, no. We'll have to shift up.
I was kind of hoping. I know it
Not
was a
even.
vain hope, but I
Well,
still.
especially for me.
I hope nonetheless.
But at least I did get that level on Dragoon.
Ah! Ah!
And this is why Nyxes must die. Exhibit A and B.
And C. Not he, he failed!
Oh.
Are we going to go for D?
Yes. Run! Run, Lucy! Sorry, Eorzea. Run, Eorzea! Yay!
Oh god, the sky is candy colored again.
Yep, it's gloom.
Oh, I can at least turn this one in. Angbold.
Hear ye, hear all. The Morbles are slain, and Ladonia and Rena have passed the first test of Revenant's venture. But you didn't think it would just be one test, did you? Then the next trial is by combat. Face turn and nemesis. The enemy to sing our Therendy, the foe to tag our big toe. See you where I placed the mark on your map? Return alive, sister. I was wondering why it wasn't a green check mark. Now I know.
He's gonna make us run all over the place, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
And through the Nixes.
Oh, yes. That's part of the test.
Navigating the Nixes.
Putting up with them at the very least.
You stay there, Mr. Nix. You stay there, Mr. Nix. Yeah, lovely Mordona skies.
Yes.
Sure we're not gonna have problems with Fallout?
I want a Serenity Apamander.
I don't blame you. Do we go in here? Yes, we do go in here. I called that one right. Okay, Mr. Destination, what do you got for us tonight?
More Boulder.
Oh, dear God!
Your eyes water and your senses swim. Yeah, I bet.
Eep. Oh no! You got pegged! Are you gonna be okay? You look a little green there.
Purple.
Ooh! My Chocobo is now ranked 7.
Oh, very good. Mine's been 7 for a little bit. That's right. Mine got ahead of yours somehow.
Probably because mine died during a fate or something. Or decided to go south for the winter. They do that occasionally. Why did it have to be a giant Morble? Oh.
You didn't look at the quest, see the name, and know what it was going to be? Heck. All you had to do is look at where it was happening and know.
I know, but hope springs eternal.
Hope springs eternal like the Nixes spring eternal because we just can't get rid of them. Yeah, they are having a hard time doing Eorzea around.
I'm fine with this. I am so fine with this.
So that double was wow.
What's worse is though you can't actually, if you time it wrong, get like 4 or 5 of them in the row. Just yank, 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 yank,
Yes.
all the way down.
Oh yes.
By the way, peeps.
Where are you going?
Just a second. Remember, Poon talking about the Crystal Tower? She's referring
yes.
to that.
Yes,
Hopefully you guys
which
can
is
see
now
it.
vaguely visible through the gloom.
That is going to be a major set piece come the end of AAR.
Yes.
It's actually rather
the tower
pretty.
is important.
The tower is super important, but it wasn't there before the calamity. It just kind of showed up overnight. Oh look, I'm gonna have to trade up.
This was a zone in, and so am I. This was a zone in 1.0. Apparently that abandoned camp outside was the main camp at that point. And the fearsome were vulgar to the nose.
You kind of cut out there.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you've been
Sorry.
kind of cutting out. I'm sorry. No.
And the fearsome more Boulder falls to the newest spring. Adoni and Rena, welcome to the confraternity, sisters. Seriously, how'd you kill that thing? That more Boulder is something else. They say it started off as an escaped pet. And so that's what you get when spoiled rotten meets red in tooth and claw. That thing slew more adventures than its charnel breath, with its charnel breath and a whole parade of gigas. Not that I wanted you dead exactly, you understand, but folk have been known not to come back. Gee, thanks. Well, that's all in the past, eh? You're two of Revenant's Tool's adventures. Death to Morbles. That part.
Yeah, we agree with the death to Morbles part.
And he's got more.
Of course he has more.
The Trickster of the Toll. Or do we want to take this next week when we'll end up doing it, since it's kind of turning the next few and that's it?
Okay, we'll hold on. We'll hold on whatever silly plan you got concocted for us this time.
Do the rest of our turn-ins.
Yeah.
Short of the main story.
The Nixes have been nixed. You slew the Nixes? It's been barely... After all, I'm still quite flushed from my outburst earlier. They were dead ere my rage had cooled. Well, that's quite lovely. They had it coming, those hoppers.
Yes, they did.
The Crystal Tower is the foremost in my mind, but adventures may bear some studying too, perhaps as a side project. This will be more of an experimental research. I shall find your blood pact to sign. No, that's okay. That is okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Getting close, but not quite. Dang it.
Glogan? You find the crates? Good. Let's see what you've found inside.
Abandoned supplies. Various items gathered from a raised...
I ought to be ashamed of myself for hiring another to do my own job, but there's no coding myself. It makes my heart sore to go out there. The calamity made it hurt thus. In case you didn't know already, that was Camp Revenant's Toll, a hub for venturers. Many and merry a day and night were spent there. 'Twas my abode at the crossroads. Never paid much mind to the name of the place, the parts until the calamity, but Revenant's Toll, not exactly a lucky sort of name. I wish to the 12 they had changed it to something else when they built the new camp. It wearies me, it is, but going there and sorting through the mess, sometimes I just come across something I know well and it weighs on my heart.
Woohoo!
You were saying about
Warrior
digging?
47.
And we're going to wait on that one too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to have a side questing here for a little bit.
Yes, they are. And that is not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it is after 11. That means it's time for us to cozy up to a chair and call it an evening.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a fellow in the back. The Wandering Minstrel.
Yeah.
There's a story behind the Wandering Minstrel. As the story progresses, we'll bump into him again and again. He's effectively
Sure will.
Yoshi P's self-insert into the game. It's hilarious.
Yes.
Anyways, it is 11 o'clock. It is time for these buns to head off to La La Land. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening. We actually got a lot done.
Yes,
We
we
moved
did.
through an entire area and are about halfway through second area. This is where
Yep,
the plot starts picking up steam and heading for its big conclusion for A Realm Reborn. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
We will be back again on Monday to do questing on the plateau of Zadnor, which is following the Save the Queen storyline. And we're actually up to new quest stuff on that. So we can start
Yes.
with that. Actually, what we probably want to start with is opening up the relic quest chain.
Yeah, before we miss it again.
Yeah, because we tend to do that, and that would suck, because this last relic quest line is going to be a grind. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And people were saying the first step in the chain was too easy.
Yeah,
They were baiting us, weren't they? They were totally baiting us. In any case, we hope to see you tomorrow night, starting at 9:30. If not, we will continue back here on Saturday for Heaven on a High, and then Sunday for more Bun Bun Story Hour. Please come and join us then. Until then, you guys get a good night's sleep. Be safe, be well, and we hope to see you then.
Yep. Everyone have a great night.
Good night.